What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Farming Sim. I'm joined by David.
Hey everyone, sadly Alan isn't with us tonight.
No,
He's not feeling too well again, so we wish him a speedy recovery.
not so good. Right, so you're...
I'm gonna, because that putting spinach on one and two seemed to really work. And especially now we have bought the Colossus. I'm pretty sure we bought that Colossus, didn't we, in the end?
Yeah.
I'm even more inclined to be doing stuff like that because it's...
Well...
Like I say, if you want, I don't know what you want, it's up to you what you want to do. There's a couple of fields where you say,
I'm gonna move this down at the bottom of 8, and then I'm gonna get 8 thingied, so then we can rip 8 into 1.
Yeah, well, the thing is, once we delete the paddy, we'll actually delete. We'll have to rip a fresh field ground into it, if that makes sense.
No, that's what I mean. We'll re-rip.
Unless we want... We can decide that, because we might be able to, because if the land's fairly flat, that might be somewhere good to put productions or something.
Yeah, but we might... It depends.
We can decide that near the time. We've got... Like I say, right now, I want to get... Go on.
The Colossus harvester's full of sugar beet.
Yes, I didn't deal with it at the time. Because I didn't want to... Because I think we finished just off camera, didn't we?
Pass.
Who takes sugar beet? Who takes sugar beet?
Might be worth moving all that crap and stuff down. I've got that trail.
Yeah, I'll have a look at it. I'm sending the Valtor over to start to get this field ripped. So what can I do with sugar beets?
No. In a minute, I don't think.
None of our productions we own right now will deal with them.
No.
Sugar mill's only 240,000 to buy.
Yeah, but right now we ain't got the money for
An extra 30 grand or so is not going to be difficult to make.
that. Yeah, but don't forget we haven't got Joy's cannon factory spitting shit out to us now.
There is still some stuff there,
Oh, I know there is.
and there's like eggs around here. What's it called? What price can I get for the sugar? What's its sell price right now? Oh, just to sell the sugar beet as it sits. Best prices I have is 504 for every 1,000 litres.
I'm honestly thinking right now is this rice paddy we ditch.
Yeah, I think that was the general consensus, is we're ditching those ones.
This one and keeping the other two.
Yeah, the two bigger ones. By the way, because we've deactivated and reactivated the mod, any of the trailers you want auto load on, you might have to take them to the shop and just configure them. I don't think it shouldn't cost anything, but you might just have to go and toggle it back on and off, if that makes sense.
Well, it's only them two.
Yeah, the orange one and this big red one that I have on the back of the...
Yeah, it's the orange and the red. That's it.
Oh, and the stuff like the little dragon.
I didn't realise you put auto load on the dragon.
Nah, on it, yeah. I mean, we've just been using that as a seed tender, haven't we, for a while? I'm just saying, just so you know, if you come to use our trailers on Adapt,
Yeah.
just have to run it over to the store. All you have to do is, I think, open the customizer and like turn all load back on. So what I'll do is, because I'm going over to the store to do this, I will bring everything back that's piled up at the store.
Yeah. It's funny, I thought you might have actually just supered the other trailer on and hook it up with you. And then left it up there. No, I'd have gone picked it up in a minute. Well, this rice is going down to the...
Yeah, rice always goes down there, doesn't it? This one not work.
What?
Just getting it to work the way I want it to. Mainly about to sell and rebuy the trailer by the looks of it.
Both of them.
Possibly, then neither of them are big money. Alright.
He's talking about himself.
Told you before, sometimes you need expert advice.
It'll be just
Just me and you, isn't it?
me, you, and
Or is it
Willow.
Willow?
But then it'll be me and you to end.
Yeah, fair enough.
If we decide to carry on a bit.
See how it goes, yeah, we'll make it work one way or the other. Did I?
But then remind me, I'll have to send the file back to Tim. Did you what?
Make sure I remember to activate the auto load. I definitely did.
I have no idea.
I definitely did. I was looking at the mods list.
Did you update it?
It didn't give me any, it didn't give me those 20 problems connecting, so it must have been the up-to-date one.
I just wonder because obviously it asked me to do the update for.
Yeah, well, I'd already done the update, so it probably must have done it. So do you want me to talk about the F1 movie, or...?
You can talk about it.
Obviously I won't give you any spoilers. Honestly, this is challenging. My opinion is, it's alright. So you can, if you know F1, you can sort of pick it apart pretty quickly. But if you kind of ignore that, it's actually not a terrible film. And the amount of little cameos of F1 stars, and that was always quite good.
Well, it's not. It's not that. I believe Brad Pitt pissed a few of the drivers off, though.
Did he? I don't know anything about that. I haven't.
Well, doesn't he shake Max's hand?
I can't recall.
In the movie?
Can't recall. That doesn't mean I just not a bit that's come to memory, but.
I don't think. Like I say, I don't think. Science was too happy with the movie, though. I mean, I'll give it a watch, but
It's worth a watch. Like I say, it's a long film. I'll tell you that bit. It's like well over 2 hours.
Why is it nearly 2.5 hours? Though.
I don't think it's quite that. I think that included like everything. That was just viewed running time. But it's definitely well over 2 hours. Okay, for some reason autoload definitely isn't working. But I can't figure out why. Well, no, because I can't think of what I've... Unless it needs activate. No, because it's active on the back end of the server, because I've looked. Universal auto load is there.
Is it up there? really updated though. Local versions and server versions.
Well, I assume it's the same version that we are. And you want to do a pause quickly?
Yep, 3, 2, 1.
I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that, folks. I'm an idiot who hadn't set a mod up correctly.
So
The F1 movie when it was our last
yeah.
topic we discussed. Like I say, there was a couple of situations where they were showing shots of cars and they blatantly didn't have the tyres on. They were trying to tell you. There was a whole section about, well, the hards aren't working, and they showed you an outside shot of the car and the tyres have red sidewalls on them.
Wait.
Which is something to me a continuity should have picked up on.
Yeah, because if it's a red tyres, they're the soft tyres.
Tops, yeah. There was also a couple of where it keeps me referencing back to an old F1 race in Jerez, but it's quite clearly Brands Hatch with the curbs painted.
Hmm.
And I can tell because I reckon the old what they call the old GP loop at Brands Hatch.
Yeah.
Don't know if you know particularly well, you know it, but Brands Hatch has the extra bit over there.
Oh yeah, I know. It's a normal. There's Brands Hatch a little bit, and then there's the GP. Which
Yeah, there's the Indy circuit.
It's in many racing games.
But yeah, they've obviously used that for their filming. Which is fair enough.
Some locations they've actually they've been with the drivers, as we know.
Yeah, and also a lot of the racing shots they've taken old footage and just edited the what's it, cars in?
CG had the Apex cars in.
Yeah.
Because, well, some of it was done.
I was saying that because that writer strike happened in between, didn't it?
Yeah.
And it kind of messed them up because while that happened, the season changed. So suddenly a lot of cars and that had changed because like 2 or 3 times Gunther's in it. I mean, you saw that in the trailer for it where he turns and looks over to him.
Mr. Steiner, who we've seen in person.
It was very good. But no, it was enjoyable.
I mean, we'll see.
I was kind of wondering because it's like, obviously, Apple have put a lot of money behind it. It's going to go to Apple TV.
It is going to Apple TV, yeah.
Now I can see it ending up on Netflix because Netflix put so much into F1 with Drive to Survive and all that.
Yeah.
I can see them getting it maybe on a limited time, but it's like I'm not getting Apple TV. That's why I went to see it at cinema because it's like I know I'm not going to grab Apple TV just to watch it.
No. That's it. I may give it a...
It's worth a look. I'll say that. Like I say, you just kind of got to leave your F1 fan hat at home.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's...
I know. I'm not saying that's easy to do. I know.
That's not easy to do, especially if you're an F1 fan like us. That's not easy to do.
But yeah, the way I try and look at these things is if it brings more money into the sport, more eyes on the sport, that's never a bad thing.
Yeah, but they've got to make sure they're accurate as well.
Now you see, I'm not as, because to me, sometimes a little bit of inaccuracy for the interest of entertainment, I'll actually take. I mean, I'm not giving away too big a spoiler, but towards the end, there's one where one of them's allowed to race because he turns up on the Sunday morning. Now, that's happened recently, and we know the rules around that.
Yeah.
Because Lance Stroll, the Aston Martin, ended up having to see a race out, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because you have to do at least one practice session. Yeah, the film they decide to.
Yeah, but were they playing by the old rules?
That's always been the rule as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, but you've got to think the rules were a little bit more different earlier on.
We're only talking like this film was it 2 years ago. We're not talking like mid
No,
'90s.
I'm on about like back in the 90s. The rules were different, so I did the interpreting from that rule.
I don't know, but
You know,
it was
from
just
the
funny
Eddie
to me.
Jordan days.
Yeah, it was just funny to me how that situation came up, and we've literally, in the last 3 races, seen that exact sort of situation happen.
Hmm.
And like I say, when it happened, then obviously, say Lance Stroll sat out. Was it Canada? Was it his home race? Or was it the one before?
Well, didn't he sit out because of his injury?
Yeah, but say the point I'm making is because Drugovic, whoever, hadn't done the practice weekend.
Yeah, because the reserve hadn't done the practice. They were on that one car.
Yeah, right, I've cleared everything out the shop.
Okay.
It's all piled up next to the silage pit.
Okay.
How much sugar beets does this thing have? How much do we get?
I have no idea.
690,000 litres.
Yeah.
I think even if I buy the sugar factory, I'm not sure whether the sugar factory will actually have enough capacity.
Probably not. At some point we need to have a yard tidy.
I know we do.
Right.
I know we do.
I'm going to drop this. Do you want to get rid of this? Let me get off the field first, but do you want to...
Don't do you ask me if I want to get rid of the rice paddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a second, I'll go and do that.
What have you just bought now? The sugar mill?
Sugar factory. Sugar mill, yeah. Well, the thing is, now we have like the Colossus. I'd be more inclined to do stuff like sugar beets. So if we have the sugar mill and we know we can just stuff that full of stuff.
Problem is, potatoes would be a bad shout, but...
There's no production on the map that uses them.
No.
There's no, I don't think there's even a purchasable outside of mods production that uses them.
No. Well, apart from pigs.
Apart from pigs, I think can some BGAs burn?
Don't know.
I was actually kind of surprised. I was having to sort out my riverbend, and the BGA doesn't buy wood chips. I find that quite surprising. You would have thought for burning to produce power, wood chips would have been.
Yeah.
I've currently had a problem. Our version of potatoed my map using wood chips.
Ah.
I have 74 pallets on the back of a trailer right now. And when I get near it, my frame rate drops from mid-40s to 13 FPS. Well, to be fair, it's a lot of pallets.
Yeah, but you're the one that says, oh, you know, try not to keep too many pallets on a server and all this lot. And
I know. The problem is...
You do it on a fucking single-player game and nearly...
Yeah, but the difference to me is single-player can often handle things like that a little better than servers can.
Except you've just proven your own point, though, haven't you?
No, it's only the frame rate that's the issue, and I'm going to sort them out. I'm going to sell. But I'm being that stubborn bastard that I'm waiting for the price to be really good to sell them. Which I know is probably part of the problem, but I'm just waiting for the price to get.
Yeah, well, you're running differently. You're running seasons, aren't you? No?
Yeah, I'm running seasons on.
Yeah, that's why then. That's why you have.
Well, no, even without seasons, though, you know yourself, the price on this map still fluctuates.
Oh yeah, I know.
There's no production for sugar beet cutters. I filled the sugar mill and used about half of what was in it.
Christ. Well, that's all that rice off that field in the canning factory. So.
Nice.
But I don't know. Like I say, I just believe that the F1 movie just literally is ruffled feathers.
Apparently so, because you said apparently it was getting panned by the critics. And like I say, I say I found it enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie. It was entertaining.
Apparently,
You know, that's the way I'll put it.
apparently, a few drivers are getting pissed off at Hamilton.
Join the club.
Because you, just because he uses a certain status, it's pissing a lot of people off. Honest to God, Hamilton would have to get extremely lucky to win Silverstone at the weekend.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, I know this is unpatriotic. I want Oscar to win Silverstone. I do.
I just want to go to hell my freaking fantasy league. After I got supremely fecked on my limitless attempt.
Yeah.
Goddamn Antonelli.
That's the thing, it was just like... How I walked away with as many points as I did, I was surprised at.
Well, like I said, I had it coming to mind. I thought, well, it's Red Bull's. It's literally, it's not like, not even just Red Bull's home circuit. It's Red Bull's circuit.
Yeah.
So I thought they're going to put a show on. They're going to want to, you know, all the big sponsors are going to be there. All the families are going to be there. They're going to just absolutely walk away. They're going to turn Max's count to 12. And they possibly did, but we never got a chance to find out. Because Russell sent a secret agent after him.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if it had been Russell? Do you reckon you'd have had such a nice response from Max?
No.
There'd have probably been fisticuffs at the side of the circuit.
No. I mean, that move by Antonelli was literally the Allen move from the 110% race.
But to be honest, the move from Antonelli was absolute sheer panic of, oh shit, I'm going to crash.
And then Oscar was lucky though.
Oswald Lawson and Co were lucky because they were very close to being taken out in it.
Yeah, but I mean, Oscar was lucky in his move on Lando.
Oh yeah, that they didn't make contact. Can you imagine if they'd run into each other again, but the other way round?
Yeah, it'd have been like, well, there's a bit of payback.
You'd be able to hear Andreas Stella explode from the other side of the big planet.
Yeah. And Zach wasn't there.
Was he not? But apparently I was reading the reason that
Fred Vasseur.
Bernie did. Yeah, Fred Vasseur wasn't there, was he? But I don't know why. But the reason that Bernie went up on the podium was because Uzi wasn't there. I don't know if it was Ben Saim or Domenicali. One of them wasn't there.
No, Domenicali was there. It was.
Must have been because Ben Saim wasn't there.
Yeah, he wasn't.
And apparently that's why he'd asked Bernie to do it for him.
Trying to gain support basically for the vote.
I don't know if it was. But probably it was the first time Bernie's actually ever been on the podium. Which
Yeah, it was.
Thing. Right, so I'm not going to get on with that replanting that I said I was going to do a while ago, and I've been distracted.
I'm gonna have a look at pallet.
One thing I've got to remember now is we've got animals now, so I've got to keep an eye on food. Like the chickens are out of food.
Ah.
Right.
I haven't got a trailer here if I need to give them a quick top up.
Yeah, see if there's anything in the silo they can eat to shop it.
Or what we're giving them.
Whatever's in the silo that they can eat.
Still haven't got rid of that fucking tree yet, though, have you?
Well, I can get on with that tonight, can't I? We've got the stuff. I think one chicken coop's empty, one's got like 600 litres left, so they're both going to want topping up. But you've got the big trailer, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Yeah, I didn't detach the big trailer. Because I knew as soon as you said that, I thought, because wasn't there a a specific reason we did a certain crop for chicken food?
I think the sorghum was intended to be, wasn't it?
I mean, we've got 45,488 litres of barley. We've got oats in there for some reason. Canola in there still. We've got 20,220 litres of sorghum.
I'd give them some sorghum then.
Okay.
The oats are probably just, we were waiting to move them down to the
Grain.
grain mill. Yeah, the grain mill's probably either full or just... Sometimes what I'll try and do is move stuff in, put it all in the silo and then move it down in one big go.
Yeah.
Just so it saves you hauling time. Especially if you've only got one trailer to a field.
But I think at the time it was... I think we just told Alan to put it in there.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, it's still 11,961 litres left of sorghum. Oh, that's just after doing one of the chicken coops. I need to go and fill the other one up now. I mean, some people would call this tractor overkill, but it's useful, I call it.
Hey, a man should always have the correct tool for the job, and the correct tool is always the most powerful one.
Yeah, but I'm the only one that seems to drive this thing. Ooh, okay, so we're left with 2,961 litres of sorghum.
That's alright then, yeah, but that's both chicken huts full again.
Yeah.
That's alright, yeah.
Keep turning.
So chances are someone like field 12 then, or someone that's ready, I'll play it up planting sorghum on. Thanks, AI.
I think David just got card.
Whatever gave you that impression? Friggin' minivan.
Okay, well, I'll refrain from that comment because there was another comment there that I could have used, but I thought no, because I'd probably offend some people. Even though we had a right discussion last night.
You offend somebody? Never.
No, we got on. I'm not even going to bring the discussion up again, but we got onto the topic of a certain nursery rhyme, shall we say? How about black sheep?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you've had this discussion with us before.
Well, we had the discussion about it last night, and we sort of went into the meaning of why it got changed and all this lot, and it's not even offensive. The real reason that got changed in schools and everything is because of the word black.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, whoever whoever decided that piece of shit, what the fuck you guys been smoking? Because there are black sheep. Oh look, there's black fucking goats in that field. Oh look, there's black water buffalo. It's not, yeah, but it doesn't help kids. It's like I made the point, a kid would get into their head, oh, well, I'm now looking for a rainbow sheep. The only way they'll find a rainbow sheep is if a fucking farmer dyes the wool every single fucking colour of the rainbow.
Or if they're smoking something.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a kid here, so,
Oh, don't forget, if you find a brown sheep, you win the whole game. There's an old ass reference.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? It's just like, what it doesn't help.
I know.
Well,
the world's gone mad, and we know it has, and I find the only way I can keep myself is just don't engage with it.
You know how susceptible kids are?
Alright.
Where's the red trailer, by the way?
What, the flatbed?
Yeah.
Might have to re-buy it, because I sold that thing and I had to redo it to do the thing, didn't I?
Ah, okay.
But there's the orange one, there's actually a white one up at the store.
Why, what's the white one for?
It's slightly smaller. It's when I was trying to get the auto load to rework.
Ah.
I might just go and service this mess with him. I'm currently planting at 5 miles an hour, and I feel this thing should be able to go a little faster than this.
Quite possibly.
So I'll probably go and give it a service once I get back round.
Fuck it.
You bought one, I can see from over here.
Yeah. And then I can come back and do the egg run, the goat's milk, and...
Yeah. And I've had sugar to that mix as well. There'll be a sugar mill to visit every now and then.
Yeah. It's just... Yeah. The world's gone mad. I mean,
The world always goes mad.
I mean, don't get me started on the fucking welfare bill and all that bollocks. Don't get me started on that shit. Yeah, but it's something we've been campaigning quite strongly about at the moment. Hi, David. Do you want me to get rid of this white trailer?
It's up to you get rid of it, keep hold of it, see if what you want. I think it'd be useful for something, or...
Probably not right now.
Ever.
Yeah, but that's been something we've been campaigning quite strongly about. So... Still waiting for emails and shite. Oh, that was one of the marshals.
Yeah.
Oh. Technically, by the sounds of it, I'm not having to apply. I'm actually just being given it.
Oh, that's got to be a bonus then.
Oh, okay, it's you. That's fine. I was like, what the fuck?
You wonder why stuff was suddenly appearing at the start? Yeah, well, I'm going to set one of the AI off planting vegetables again.
Alright.
Say, we own the Colossus now, so we might as well keep root crops going.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know that. I was like...
And obviously what we don't put into productions just sells.
Which is better, layering or stacking?
It depends. If you think you're going to have a lot, I'd go for layering, because layering basically will do a full layer length of the trailer, then go and do a second one.
Alright, okay.
Possibly a third. Now, if you're going to have quite a lot, it spreads the weight over the trailer a little bit more. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
If you do stacking and you've only got like 10 pallets, it means they'll all be right at the front of the trailer.
Alright, you're taking the weight off.
Yeah, because I'm doing the seat
right.
tank trick.
Yeah, sorry.
Because yeah. For those that don't know, I've noticed him before, the vegetable planters in Farming Sim, even this big one's capacity is like 32 litres of seed. Yet the way the game works is any additional seed tank is just in as a seed tank and becomes whatever seed you happen to be using. So this tank I've put on the front can hold like 1600 litres. So it just means that we're not going to have to refill. 16 litres of seed doesn't go very far at all.
I heard you coming up. I heard you... I heard you coming up behind me, so...
Hey, you should know I'm never far away.
Oh, I know. I'm just doing a quick power.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Still not fixed the jiggle, have they, on pallets?
No, I think that must be server issue because we don't get that playing. I don't get that in single player at all. So it was just a slight desync thing.
It's probably just the server doing the calculations of where the pallet is.
That's it.
You get a lot of that in like Satisfactory. I've noticed. We get the occasional.
I actually need to rip this field first. Looking at that, in that case, I'll go and put them on the other. I'll get to do in the other field. The other field's red.
So, you know, if this was Alan or David doing this, they would be cursing their ass off.
Why? What have you done?
Literally, the bit that's too tight to get this tractor in with this trailer, I'm literally just backed it round the silo, down past the bloody where I put the Michelin trailer, and backing it down so I can go and collect the eggs.
Fair enough.
I know we have a certain strength mode, but you know, well,
You're not fair play.
Alan would be like moaning his ass off. I ain't articulated.
I'm not the biggest. Those that hate him. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I prefer standard. It mainly when it comes to reversing articulated. Going forwards, they're not too bad.
No,
it's reversing them that batters me.
Yeah, but the hardest. I'd say these are easier. A lot easier than trying to reverse a fucking dolly trailer on this game.
Oh yeah, 100%.
A lot easier.
Absolutely no arguments here, but once again, they're still to me.
Come on. You're within the zone. It was easier than taking it down, trying to get down the side of the greenhouse.
Oh yeah,
but it worked.
100%.
It took a little bit of a finagling, but it worked alright. Right, now go and get the eggs. Check if there's any... No, I've got the eggs, you dickhead. Go and get the...
There's mushrooms.
Goat's milk. Go and get the mushrooms. Because I can run the goat's milk up to the dairy.
Yeah.
Need to actually check on how the buffaloes are doing milk-wise. No.
You can do that from the menu. There's 1,200 litres in there, so not
a lot, yeah.
I think buffalo milk is quite slow producing. I think that's one of the things in the game, but it like sells for really good. Say buffalo mozzarella sells for about 40 grand a pallet.
Yeah, but that's what we're doing.
Oh yeah, I know it.
Right. You said there were mushrooms.
There was definitely mushrooms. I saw them when I was down there.
Then I'm going to have to go for a long-ass road trip. Because I'll have to get rid of the eggs first. Or does the dairy accept?
What? No, the dairy won't accept eggs. You can go to the dairy with the eggs on board. You won't have any problems there.
Come on.
I'd from there go to the dairy, then go down to the canning factory.
Yeah, but I'm also going to be running... I'm going to collect the bits from the concrete bit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're doing a proper tour.
Yeah. I might pick up the bits at the canning factory as well to get rid of.
Well, you might as well pick them up last and take them to the farmer's market last. Because what I would do is how many eggs are at the canning factory right now?
No idea.
Canning factory can take like 3,000 litres of eggs. So I drop off what you can there.
I have 6,400.
Yeah, so like fill the canning factory because that and the flour it's got.
So what do I need?
Oh, sorry.
So what do I... Will the temple tape the concrete?
If it doesn't, I'd run through the thing with it on.
Yeah.
Any it doesn't take, the warehouse is usually the next best bet.
Okay. Right, well this is all...
You know where the warehouse is?
Yes.
It's not far from the canning factory. It's actually outside. You know, like a little side road next to the canning factory, just up the road from the canning factory. It's up the top of the hill near the railway tracks.
Hmm. Right, so that's all the stuff ready to go on the tour. Let's turn this back on again. Try and get this trailer filling again. Right.
So I know we discussed it a little last night, but what do you think of the new DLC announcement then? And I realise folks watching this, by the time you hear this, I think it'll be long past release date, but
It's interesting. I mean,
it's definitely adding some new interest.
I'd like to probably do an SP with it.
Hey, folks, if you're hearing this and you're watching this when we put this video out, check out the channel, that'll be on here somewhere.
But you understand my message the other night, didn't you?
Yeah.
No, I'd like to do like what you're doing with Riverbend.
I'm enjoying that Riven series, I really am.
But by the time that comes out, I'll be back into swing with...
Yeah.
recording, so... I'll have a few...
Yeah, because was it today that you're now away from home for a little while?
No.
Well, it was today you
Next
left.
week.
Oh, next week. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, next
Me
week.
equals idiot, don't worry.
Yeah, no, next week. Where am I going first? The dairy, aren't I?
Yeah, go to the dairy first, then round to the canning, then probably to the temple, then the warehouse if needs be, and the canning factory and the farmer's market.
Well, I've got the canning factory first because I need to do the eggs.
Ah, yeah, good point.
Otherwise, we'll have no eggs for the canning factory. But no, I mean, the fish side of things is interested me. What else did they say about it? Was there another crop type? Onions, was it?
Onions has been added, yeah.
And something else wasn't there?
No, I think it's just from what I've seen, it's just the fish and the onions. But there's gonna be like two types. It's gonna be like you're gonna be able to get a boat and fish.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna be able to do like ponds.
Fish farms,
Yeah.
I'm guessing. I'm surprised they've announced it. No, I'm surprised they announced it early, but...
Well, like I said to you, the one thing I noticed.
Correct.
The one thing I noticed was that there's still one more, because that's coming out November 4th.
Still one more DLC.
There's one more little expansion.
Yeah. Well, it'll be for the first year anyways.
And it says something like, what was it? Something astrological it says on the like little description thing. Now I didn't know if that's what to do with like GPS. What is it? Hang on, let me just. I'll bring up a picture. I can remember exactly what it said, but obviously that's coming out in November. Is the fishing? So
Yeah.
basically, it's got to be like July, August. It's not going to be 2 out within like a month of each other.
No.
So there's gonna have to realistically in the next month or so, we're gonna have to get whatever this other one is.
Yeah.
In order for there to have been a reasonable gaps in plains and prairies, but still be a gap to, fishing.
Well, it says third quarter of 2025.
The Stars Align, it's called.
Yeah, I've just seen it. That doesn't...
You know, like I say, we've only just we now know. Obviously, we know what the first two were because we've had them. We now know what the fourth one is.
Yeah,
As far as I'm aware.
Highlands Fishing, it is.
And that's that fourth one. That's fourth quarter, November.
Yeah, Kinlag.
Kinleg.
Whatever, it's Scottish, innit? So
Scotland.
I apologise to any Scots that I've just butchered that name.
Kinleg is how I'd say it. I may not be 100% correct myself, but that's...
Yeah, board the ship and dive into aquaculture. Fishing on land and at sea enables aqua farmers to breed, raise and harvest various fish. Venturing into the waters offers a new, productive way to gather resources and another peaceful escape in addition to fields, forests and stables. Casual shore fishing, rod in hand, rounds out the serene image of life by the water, so you are going to be able to rod fish.
Yeah.
Oh god. There's no dynamite, I'm afraid, David.
Oh, well, I'm not playing it then.
Anybody who's been a long time following the channel will understand exactly what we mean by that.
Just bear with me one moment.
So
I said moment, not second, you muppet.
So it sounds interesting. I mean, they've said, obviously, you know, they're fish and onions, plus new brands and machines. While salmon and rainbow trout populate the salty waters of Kinleg, or Kinlag, no, it's Kinleg. God knows, sorry Scottish people here. A new crop becomes available to grow on the land. Onion. Specialised equipment included the feeder vehicles and implement also grows, with 4 new brands introduced as Monosem, Canam, Agri-Spread and GT Bunning join the series. So that's going to be interesting. I mean, and to be honest, I'm very interested in this Among the Stars. It's now, if I was to speculate and guess, I would say GPS. A better GPS system. It's just the way it says Among the Stars. Could be absolutely, completely wrong. I'd have to see what David thinks when he gets back. But it sounds very GPS-y. I mean, they're not going to go completely off the rails and go, oh, well, you're now going to be at a farm on Mars. You know, some shit like that. It's, you know, farming in outer space. Not going to happen. It sounds like it's more